Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. And as you can see here on your screen, man, we're going to be going into, the destruction of America, man. Destruction of Babylon the Great, as is named and coined in the scriptures, man. Because hey, this is what's coming, man. And for those that are going to be out here on the highways and byways, those that are truly in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, they're going to be prophesying, man. Revelations 19:10 tells you that if you have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, or the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. So if you ultimately have the spirit, or if you're in the right spirit, you're going to be talking about prophecy, man. Meaning you're going to be talking about the things that are to come, right? That's what prophesy means, to say before, right? So we're telling you what is going to come before it happens, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, through his word, man, And in this case, we're going to be talking about that destruction, that judgment that's going to be coming to America, So with that being said, man, you just got to grab a few scriptures, man, and reel it in, man, This is start at Isaiah in the 13th verse in the first verse. It's like Isaiah 13 and verse 1. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles." And that's exactly what we're doing, man. This banner is this word, right? And we're exalting that banner, man. We're lifting up that banner. We're speaking the words of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Like it says, cry aloud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, man. We're doing that, man. And this word is getting all the way to the elites, man. It's getting all the way to, through these, senators, through these governors, these mayors. It's going all the way up the chain, all the way up to the elites, man. And the elites, they're understanding, that the Israelites, which they've tried for so long to keep dumbed down, as it says in Psalm the 83rd chapter, that all these nations are confederate against thee to make the name of Israel to be no more in remembrance, man. So all these nations have gathered, mainly the elites, have been trying to put, into play their system in different kinds of ways, so that this prophecy of us waking up to who we are and to who our power is and calling upon that name wouldn't happen, man. But you can't stop prophecy, man. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai said his word will not return unto him void, man. So when he says that something is going to happen, you best believe it will happen, and it will hit its mark, man, at that proper time that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has deemed it to happen, right? So we're ultimately prophesying, man. We're prophesying the downfall of this place, man. We're waking up the elect of the nation of Israel, man. And again, Esau doesn't like that. That's why they're trying to cut, which they are. They're not trying. They are, cutting down our videos, man, and making unrighteous decrees where we can't say certain things. You can't talk about prayer. You can't talk about repentance. You can't talk about the charagma. You can't talk about the things that are going on the earth. Mainly around the Icky Vicky and so on and so forth. Otherwise, they'll completely they'll strike us, and without us even knowing, they'll take it down on one of our channels, man. Which is ultimately, like scriptures tell you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Which is ultimately leading into that, the Amos 8:11, that famine of the word, right? But nonetheless, they're still doing it, man, because they don't like what is being put out there. I'll keep reading. This is verse 3. It says, "I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts mustereth the host of the battle." Right, man. So this multitude, it's like it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains is going into those ICBM nuclear missiles that are going to be fired off, towards America, man, towards Babylon, right? It says, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together, right? So it's going to be a whole bunch of nations that are going to be set array against Babylon, right? And they're going to fire off those nuclear missiles, man, you know? So let's grab this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations, right? So this is going into a multitude of nations, right? You know, a gathering of nations, right? From the north country, which is, you know, the north country would be Russia, man, you know? And we read, you know, in Revelation, the 20th chapter, the 88th verse, where, you know, Gog and Magog are gathering these nations to go, right, you know, to preparing them for battle, man, you know? And this is what's happening, you know, as we speak right now. You know, all these nations are starting to lean towards and become allies with Russia. You know, America's longest ally, you know, which is France, had now just basically turned tides, man, and says because of, you know, this nuclear the nuclear war talk and this, that, and the third, they, you know, they're trying to, you know, basically stray away from that nuclear war, you know, whereas America's not. So they said, you know what, because Russia's not trying to do it, we're going to side with Russia, you know, because that sounds like a better deal. You know, they're the ones trying to prevent it and we're trying to prevent it. Therefore, we're going to side with them, you know, because we have, you know, basically, it's like we have basically similar interests, you know. So America's losing its allies, man, you know. Which America, a lot of America's allies are going to be part of this, you know, these great nations that are going to be assembled against Babylon, man, which again, we know as America today, you know, tells you in Revelations, the 17th chapter, the 16th verse, that, you know, the 10 horns shall hate the whore, which is going into what? NATO and the EU, you know, which America, for all these nations that are in NATO, you know, as well as the European Union, America has a lot of, you know, ties with these nations. They're allies with a lot of these nations. Well, guess what? We're starting to see, you know, the big name ones such as France start to turn against America, man, you know. So America's allies are going to be part of this, you know, this gathering, because again, they're starting to go and create allyship with Russia, man, which again is that north country, right? It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her, meaning who? Meaning Babylon, the mystery Babylon, the harlot, man, you know, as coined in the scriptures, man, you know. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty expert men. None shall return in vain, right, man? Meaning they're going to hit their mark, man. You know, it's not going to be like these movies where they, you know, they get shot off and, you know, one hits the next and boom, 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 boom. They start firing off in the sky. No, man. They're going to get shot off and they're going to hit their mark, man. A mighty expert man, you know. I mean, it's going to hit its mark, man. You know, period, point blank. Hey, when you look at Esau Edom, he's a mighty expert man, right? Because his blessing is a sword. When you watch his videos of him doing those speed rounds, speed shots, and this and the third, you know, even though the camera's on him, you can hear every time he lets off a shot, you hear a ding right after, man. Bow, ding, bow, ding, bow, ding. Why? Because Esau Edom has mastered his blessing. He is a mighty expert man when it comes to his weapon, man. You know, when it comes to the modern day sword, which is a gun, Esau Edom is a mighty expert man. You know, so he never misses a shot. Well, guess what? When it comes to the ICBM nuclear missiles, Yahweh Bashim El Shai is even more of a mightier expert man when it comes to these, when it comes to the nuclear missiles, man. When it comes to his weapon, right? They're not going to miss. They're going to hit its mark, man. You know. Because this is what's prophesied to happen to America, man, for all the wickedness that it has filled the earth with, as well as the destruction that is caused to the earth, as well as the apple of the Lord's eye, which is Israel, man. You know, so let's go ahead and grab that. Joel chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 4. It says, actually, you know what? We'll start at verse 1, man. You know, it says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion." That's what we're doing, man. When you hear a trumpet, you know, it's usually, you know, it could be one of, you know, many things, man. It could be you know, blowing of the trumpet for feast days. You know, it could be the blowing of the trumpet as a warning, you know, and so on and so forth. And in this case, it's a blowing of the trumpet for a warning, so it has a different sound, You know, it has a more, a frightening tone to it, And that's what we're doing, man. We're warning the people. We're blowing that trumpet, in Zion, man. It says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Now, alarms, regular alarms, your alarm by your bed to wake you up for work. The fire alarm when there's too much smoke in the room, or this, that, and the third, that goes off, or you pull one of those alarms at school, Hey, they're very loud and piercing and annoying alarm. And this is what we're doing, man. To a lot of people, it's very annoying. To a lot of people, it hurts their ears, man. One, because they can't understand it, and two, this is something that people have not been, conditioned to actually hear this kind of stuff that we're preaching, man. But nonetheless, this is the alarm that we're blowing, man. This truth, this gospel, warning our people. Ezekiel 3:17, It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, and this destruction is right around the corner. We see the signs, of the end of the world, which will be, Esau, Edom, Isaiah 2nd Edge 6 and 9. We know that the end of the world is Esau, Edom, his rulership, right? So we know what this, what the end of his rulership is going to be like. It's going to be destruction, Yahushua is going to come and cast down all rule, power, and authority, and then they're going into slavery, But they have to be destroyed first, They're dealing with the elites. Their place of business, Basically their cash cow has to be destroyed, man, Which will be, a huge chunk of their power is America being destroyed, right? So this place has to be destroyed for a lot of their power, majority of their power to be taken, right? So this is what's going to happen, right? And this is right around the corner. We're seeing it. America's already being destroyed right now, spiritually, economically, financially, Yahushua said, what, man? I come to bring fire, and what will I if it already be kindled, man? And we're seeing that, man. We're seeing that kindling right now, man. It says, verse 2, it says, a day of darkness, of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not ever been the like, neither shall be any more after, even to the years of many generations. Right, man, talking about those missiles, man. They're gonna crash down in America, and it's gonna send up those pillars of smoke, man. And it's gonna cover the sky, man. A day of wasteness and destruction, man. It's not gonna be a pretty day, man. When World War III starts to break off, hey, you best believe it's gonna be very gruesome. It's gonna be worse than World War I and World War II, right? Verse 3, it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, and nothing shall escape them. Right, man? Because it's going to have the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai in it, man. On top of that, hey, they're going to be, you look at these missiles, these ICBM nuclear missiles these nations are creating, man. You got those nuclear cruise missiles, which fly low and super fast, like Mach 7, Mach 8, Then you got those orbit missiles, the ones that China had made, that they can stay in orbit for a while and then circle around the globe and wait and then ready to be fired off. And once they're ready to fire off, they get there in seconds, man. Even a couple minutes, You got Russia's, nuclear, what are they called, man? They're basically, missiles that can hit anywhere in America in less than 20 minutes, man. 15, 20 minutes, super fast, man. They're land missiles, man, So you got all these different type of missiles that go Mach 7, 8, 9, Come on now. You're not going to be able to escape them, man, because they're going to be too fast, and they're going to get here before you can even think, you sit on the toilet, before you can even wipe your ass, they're going to be here, man. So no one's going to be able to escape them, man. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is having them be created like this. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, and all faces shall gather blackness. People are going to be scared, man. You know, and the elder apostle Remlob, you know, was talking about a movie. I think it's The Day After. You know, the movie called The Day After in 1983. You know, where it basically goes, you know, basically talks about and basically shows you that nuclear, you know, the onset of nuclear war, man. You know, where nuclear missiles are fired off and they hit here in America, and people are just disintegrated, man. All over, they're disintegrated. You know, and it's a beautiful movie. I ended up checking out. The brother Kassad from the GMS Phoenix camp told me about it, you know, before I watched the Elder Apostle Remlow's video today. And yeah, man, I checked it out a couple weeks ago, man. It's a great movie, man. You know, very spiritual, man. You know, so if you haven't watched it, it's called The Day After. You know, I can't remember, John Gilgal or whatever his name is. You know, the older Edomite dude. You know, it's he was younger in that movie, man. It's a pretty good movie, but nonetheless, people were scared in that movie, man. They didn't know what to do. Kids were freaking out. People were freaking terrified, man. You know, they didn't know what the hell to do, man. Rioting in the streets and this, that, and the third, man. People were scared, man. From the biggest, tallest, most mean-looking man to the wimpiest man, from the biggest woman, strongest woman, you know, most confident woman to the weakest woman. Everybody was scared, from children to old people. You know, everybody was scared, man, and people didn't know what to do. You know, and this is gonna be people in the time when Yahushua comes and those ICBM nuclears are shot off, man. You know. Scripture tells you that people's hearts shall fail them, you know, for fear, man. You know, meaning that they're gonna have heart attacks and just die right then and there because they're so scared of what's coming, and seeing those ICBM nuclear missiles and seeing the chariots and all these things. It's gonna be too much for them, man. It's gonna be too much for their bodies to be able to handle. Their heart's just gonna fucking explode in their chest, you know. I'll keep reading verse 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like the men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way. They shall not break their ranks, right? So if you give me a point A to point B, whether it's zigzags or curves or straight line, I will never go off of that path. And that's what these ICBM nuclear missiles are going to be like. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shah is going to give them a path, and they're going to execute that path with perfection, with precision, with perfection. And never break that path. Never go off that path. Never stray. You know? It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right, man? You're not going to be able to destroy them in the air. You know, you're not going to be able to use your iron dome to stop these missiles, man. It's not going to happen, man. And even then, you're going to be hoping that, you know, these things play out like the movies, where they literally, one just, you know, the wind catches it or some shit like that. Gust of wind catches one and it hits another one, and all of a sudden all these ones start exploding. You know, that's not going to happen, man. It tells you, neither shall one thrust another. So the ultimate breakdown of this is they're going to be that mighty expert men, man. You know, and even mightier and more of an expert man than Esau is with his weapon, because guess what? Esau Edom can miss. Even though that is his blessing, he is not perfect with that sword, man. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shah is perfect in everything that he does and everything that he creates. It's perfect. So you best believe when he says that they're not going to break the ranks, they're not going to thrust one another, they will march everyone in his path and will meet their destination in a timely fashion. And you best believe it's going to be perfect, man. It's going to be executed perfect, more perfect than you can ever think of perfect, man. You know, this is what the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has, you know, predestinated these missiles to do, man. You know. Verse 9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up like the houses. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. I mean, it's going to hit everywhere, man. From your suburban areas to the city, you know, to your playgrounds. You know, scriptures talk about, you know, that there being 200,000 missiles that are going to hit, 200,000 arrows, which is 200 million nuclear warheads that are going to hit here in America, man. You know? You best believe it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real fucking bad for this place, man. You know? As we continue to go through the precepts, man, you're gonna see that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has predestinated America, you know, coined in the scriptures as Babylon, to be wholly desolate, man. You know? It says, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Right, man. It says the earth shall quake before them. And we, you know, you go into, I think it's Isaiah, the 24th chapter, you know, it tells you what, the earth shall reel to and fro, man. So when they hit here in America, it's going to be so powerful that it's going to rock the whole earth, man. The earth shall reel to and fro, man, like a drunkard, man. The whole earth is going to stagger and quake and shake. And it's going to be, bro, it's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be amazing. You know, that's all I wanted to get right there, man. Let's go back to Isaiah, the 13th chapter, and we'll continue, Isaiah 13, and we'll continue on verse 5. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Hey, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is talking about the ICBM nuclear missiles are coming to destroy the whole land of America, man. To destroy the whole land. To make this place wholly desolate. You can read that in Isaiah or Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 13th verse, man. To make the whole land desolate. Look up that word desolate, man. It ain't pretty, man. You know? It says, how ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. You know? This is what it's all about, man. This is what we can't wait for, man. We can't wait for this fucking place to be destroyed, man. We can't wait. Hey, we're constantly sending up curses to Yahweh Shem, or, you know, praying to Yahweh Shem Shai to send those curses upon this place, man. You know, we're sending up curses to the Most High, saying, Babu Kushai, Yahweh Shem Shai, Abba Babal, man. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, man. You know? You know, when we're on our way to work, because, you know, we're waking up super early, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, man. We saying, Babu Kushai, Yahweh Shem Shai, Shalak, Rayam, Wa Anashim, Wa Abadim, Wa Haragim, Wa Mashapayim, you know, all call, and then naming, you know, whatever spot, you know, that we work at, and the people that are there, and their posterity, you know, and including the whole rulership of Babylon, you know, and so on and so forth, man. We're throwing up all these curses, man. Man, fuck this place, man. You know? Fuck you, soul. You know? And we were saying all that, man. You know? That's the spirit that we're in, man. That's the correct spirit of the men of the Lord, man. It's to hate this fucking place, man. Hate this devil and hate his rulership, man. And want to get the hell up out of here, man. You know? That's the correct spirit to be in, man. You know? It says, verse 7, it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right, we already talked about that, man. People's hearts are going to fail them for fear, man, when they see what's coming, man. When they see those nuclear missiles coming, when they see the chariots coming, hey, people are literally going to drop dead, man. People are literally going to drop dead. Verse 8, it says, they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Meaning they're going to be fucking scared, man. You know, it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Hey, there's another instance of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai talking about this place being desolate. Let's grab that word desolate. Since it's being brought up, let's grab that word desolate. You know, and this is a heavy word, man. You know, let's grab that desolate. It says, you know, let's go down, right? Let's go down. It says, leave someone who needs or counts on you. Leave, blah, blah, blah. It says, It said right here, cause extensive destruction or ruin utterly, right? It says waste, devastate, ravage, and scourge. You know, this is what's going to happen, man. You know? This is what's going to happen to America, man. He says uninhabited, abandoned, you know? Leave alone, desert, you know? It's going to be bad, man. This place is going to be completely destroyed, man. Completely and utterly destroyed, man. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Nothing you fucking elites can do about it. Nothing you peons can do about it. You know, nothing that we can do about it. We can't do shit about it either, man. But we want this to happen, man. So, hey, call Allah Yahbashim al-Shad that he has predestinated this place to be fucking destroyed, man. You know? Because we fucking hate this place, man. We can't stand this damn devil, man, and his rulership, man. You know? It's like it says, verse 10 is for the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Why? Because the sky is going to be covered, completely covered with that smoke of America burning, man. You know? Literally going to cover that smoke, man. Or cover the sky with that smoke. It says, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right, because you look at all the things that are done here in the world. Hey, the Lord Yahbashim al-Shai has to destroy this place, man. You know, he has to destroy this place. You know, matter of fact, let's grab this. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Now I want to play this video, man. Brother Rawaya Yasharallah, you know, I seen it earlier. And this shit, man, you know, Jake was in the right spirit, but listen to what is being said. Let me turn it up. From the first second all the way to the last second, listen to what's being said.
Just do it. So why don't we just pair up?
You hear that? Just do it. Now these are fucking, you know, these are, matter of fact, the video will just explain it. Start it over again.
Just do it. So why don't we just pair up?
I'm not into touching, okay? I'm not. Let me put that out front. I'm no touching, no touching.
No touching. I won't touch you. Can acknowledge us. Ooh, who is this? Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God. I can't do this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I love those people. I pray for them. I would never do anything to hurt them or condemn them. But men are not supposed to dress like women. I'm not going to go along with that.
Just do it. So why don't we just pair up?
You see, these are homosexuals, man. You know, these are transformers, man. And this is the shit. You heard what they said. Just do it. Like it's something to do. Like it's trendy. Like it's, you know, it's okay to do this kind of stuff, man. This is what America is into, man. This is this evil being sown in the earth, man. And children sitting here are being allowed to change their gender on their own. And if a parent tells them no, a parent can get in trouble for it. Come on, man. This world has to be destroyed, man. This world has to be destroyed. On top of that, which is the most important, it has Esau Edom has set up his rulership without the Most High, man. He completely casted the Most High behind his back, man. And counts himself to be as God, man. So of course he's got to be destroyed for that. But including all this stuff that we're seeing right now, man. Esau Edom has to be fucking destroyed, man. And that's why I said right here, verse 29, 2nd Esdras 4 and 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, meaning if it's not destroyed, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So this place has to be destroyed for the kingdom to be brought forth. It has to be, you know. And we want the kingdom, man. You know, last year was a year of hastening our Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai's coming. And we're doing that, man. This is the year of turning up. And Lord will, this could be the very last year. We're tired of this place, man. We're tired of this place, man. And this is why this destruction is coming. It's to punish all you wicked motherfuckers, man. From Esau all the way down to you 2/3 that are with this, man. you know, that are with this shit, man. That are on Esau's side, that are okay with what's being pushed out here, man. You all gotta fucking go, man. I don't want to hear this. Oh, you know, if they don't, you know, if it ain't affecting my life, blah blah blah. I don't want to hear that shit, man, because it is, because that vibration is out through all of the world, man. It is affecting your fucking life. Now you got the alphabet soup groups out here. Hey, you can be discriminated against, but they can't. Your skin color can make you be a piece of shit, but as soon as you say something about these alphabet soup groups, all of a sudden, you know what I mean, you can get canceled. You got the cancel culture and this, that, and the third, and you can't talk about me and blah, blah, blah. Man, fuck that shit, man. You damn devils is gonna fucking die too, man. All those that are with the shit and those that are the shit. You all go fucking die, man. Because y'all wicked as hell, man. Starting with Esau, fucking Edom. These elites that are out here allowing this shit, and those that go with it. You're all gonna fucking die, man. You're all gonna perish, man. You know? Going back to Isaiah 13 chapter. I think it's verse 11. How's that? Yeah, Isaiah 13:11. It says, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right, man. Meaning the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to send those plagues, man. You know? And that plague is those ICBM nuclear missiles. Right, in fact, let's grab this. Revelations, the 18th chapter. You know? Revelations 18 and verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Which is Yahweh Shai is going to be saying this literally in the you know, the Lashawan Kadash, you know? That ancient Hebrew calling his people up into those chariots, man, as it says in Matthew the 24th chapter. You know, he's gonna send out the angels to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth, man. You know, it says that you be not partakers of her sins and that you receive none of her plagues. And that plague again is gonna be those ICBM nuclear missiles, man. You know, it says for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities, man. And this is plural. It says iniquities. You know. Meaning all the things that Esau Edom has done, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has remembered every single last fucking one of them, man. You know? Every single last one of them. And there's no way, you know, Esau truly believes that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai isn't going to remember everything that he done. But he's completely wrong. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai remembers every single fucking last thing, man. Even the shit that you're doing this very second. You know? Sitting at home, you know, probably planning to do some wicked ass shit, you know? Right before you go to sleep, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. Cool, well, you're getting judged on that too. You know? Just like you motherfuckers will sit here and put somebody in prison for premeditated murder, man. Just for thinking about committing murder on somebody and not even actually committing murder. But you'll put somebody in prison for thinking about committing a murder, man. Hey, well, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is judging you the same fucking way, man. Just because you think about it. The scriptures tell you that he sleep not unless he cause some to fall, man. You know? So he'll sit here and fucking, you know, think about what he's going to do tomorrow to cause more grief, to cause more people to fall. So that way he's got something to do, man. You know? Just like when you're at work, you know, you get all your stuff for the day done. And when you start setting up what you're going to do tomorrow, you start setting it up today, right? So that way you can get it done, get it, you know, and do it right. Hey, well, that's what Esau Edom does when it comes to wickedness, man. When it comes to causing, you know, the Israelites to fall, man. You know? He does that same shit. Well, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to fucking judge you damn devils for that shit, man. And for the shit that you actually do. The shit you think about and the shit that you actually do. You know? Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her work. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. Right, man? Your instruction is going to be... It's going to be so fucking great. It's going to be almost unbelievable, man. You know? It's literally going to be so great. It's going to be almost unbelievable, man. You know? It says, verse 7, it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I set a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Esau Edom truly believes that nothing is going to come to him, man. He truly believes that he's gotten away with everything that he's gotten away with scot-free and will never get touched. You know, that's why the scriptures tell you that his pride hath deceived him, man. You know, and really that's all by the, that's all by the doing of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. He wants him to be in this mindset that way his destruction can be greater, man. You know, it can be greater because he'll never see it coming. Even though he knows how he ends, he knows how his rulership ends, he's truly doing everything and anything in his power to stop it, which will glorify the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai even more. And fucking smack Esau dead in the face, man, when it comes to his pride, man. Because knowing that he'll never do anything to stop this. Never. He'll never be able to do anything. And once it comes upon him, he's going to be fucking shitty, man. You know? Excuse me for my French, man. My Swahili, man. But yeah, man. He's going to be mad in the mug. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai who judgeth her. Right, man? You know? And you best, that destruction is going to happen in 1 hour. It's going to happen in 1 hour. Is America going to be destroyed, man? You know? Drop down to verse 21. Verse 20, it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. Right, man? You know? And it's going to be beautiful, man. For all the things that Esau Edom has done unto us, you know, he's going to be dead. You know, America's going to be completely fucking destroyed, man. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Joel, chapter 3. I think it's verse 19 is the point. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Right, man? So because of all the things that you have done unto us, hey, scripture says that shame shall cover thee, man. You know? And that's going to come in many different ways, man. You're seeing America's shame coming upon them right now. You know, you got a weak-ass president, you know, can't remember shit. You got America's economy going down. Hey, that patriot spirit is starting to dwindle. You know, there's going to be a civil war here soon in America. You know, it's going to get real crazy, man. America's power, you know, throughout the world is starting to wane. You know, his power and his influence is starting to wane. You know, I did a video on that the other day. You know, so America's shame is starting to come upon them. But that number one shame, that number one, the number one shame, so like I didn't have another word for it, but that number one shame that's going to come upon them is their land and them being destroyed, man. This is what's going to come, man. You know, going back to Revelations, the 18th chapter and the 21st verse, I'll read verse 20 again. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more. Slakia, that's not what I wanted. Slakia, verse 17. I mean, that was yeah, man, because that's exactly what's going to happen, man. America's going to be destroyed. But I meant to get verse 17. Well, outside of verse 16, it's saying, alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. Right, man? You know, because they're going to be able to see America's burning, man. You know, it says that you know how they say the revolution is going to be televised. Hey, well, America's destruction is going to be televised as well. You know, and it's going to happen in 1 hour, man. You know, I'm reading verse 21 again, man. It says, Babylon should be thrown down and shall not be found no more at all, man. So this place is going to be destroyed, man. There's no way to escape it. There's absolutely no way to escape it, man. You know? It says, yeah, let's go back to Isaiah 13 and we'll end it out right there. Isaiah 13, and we'll read from 17 all the way down. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is talking about Russia, man. And we know that again in Revelation 20th chapter and verse 8, that Russia, Magog and Gog, are the ones that are going to be gathering these nations to battle against America, right? So this is what's happening right now. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is stirring up the spirit of Russia, man. You know, and turning them back. It says put hook in thy jaws, right? In Ezekiel the 38th chapter, he's going to put hook in thy jaws, man, meaning to return them back into that Soviet warlike, not giving a fuck, come at me, I'm gonna flex on you and punch you in your face type attitude, man. This is what we're starting to see within Russia, man. Russia's not giving no fucks. They're talking about red lines. You cross the red line, something's gonna happen, and this, that, and the third. This is the attitude that's getting right back in them, man. Lord Yahweh Shai is stirring up the Medes, man. It says, which shall not regard silver as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. It says in Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know Sodom and Gomorrah was overthrown with fire and brimstone, man. It will, instead of brimstone, it's going to be ICBM nuclear missile, man. That fire and that radiation that's going to come, from those missiles, man. It's going to destroy America, man. It's going to be bad, right? It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold. I mean, these nations are going to be able to come back to America, and set up shop and send that money back home. Because America is going to be destroyed. There's not going to be no more America, man. It's going to be completely and utterly destroyed. It says, but the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time to come. It's like, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So America, your time is to come. You elites, your excellency, which is America, your cash cow. This destruction is right around the corner for this place, man. And there's nothing that you can do. There's absolutely nothing that you can fucking do to prevent this destruction coming to you and your place and your place of business, man. It's going to be so destroyed that only desert creatures are going to dwell here for the rest of eternity, man. No human is going to be able to dwell in America. It says, nobody shall inhabit it from generation to generation, man. Meaning forever. It'll never be inhabited. America's going to be destroyed, and that's right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner, man. So that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the other apostles and of Great Millstone who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Bahashim Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Bahashim Shai, Lord willing, fall upon our houses. I want to say Kwam Yashavala and above all Shalom.